Welcome back. Today, we're diving into the world of Monticello Jefferson nickels, specifically the silver ones that hold significant value in today's market. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, you'll want to know about these top 10 rare silver Jefferson nickels that are worth big dollars. Let's get started. First up, the Monticello Jefferson nickel from 1964, featuring a D mint mark and an unusual black color shade. This is a coin that's drawing attention in today's market, not just because of its age, but because of its condition and rarity. If you're a coin collector or just getting started, make sure to stick around because this might be the perfect addition to your collection. Let's start by taking a quick look at the history of the Jefferson nickel. The Monticello design was introduced in 1938 to replace the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin features a portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, while the reverse showcases his famous home, Monticello. This design has remained a classic in the world of US coinage, and the 1964 version is no exception. Now, why does the 1964 nickel stand out so much? Well, it's not just the typical nickel you find in circulation. The 1964 Jefferson nickel was minted during a time of transition in US coinage, and certain factors make it especially valuable today. Specifically, the D Mint Mark version we're focusing on today was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the primary minting facilities in the US. One of the most interesting features of the coin we're discussing today is the black color shade condition. But how does a coin like this develop such a unique appearance? Typically, a coin's appearance is influenced by how it's stored, circulated, or even exposed to certain elements like smoke, chemicals, or environmental factors. In the case of this 1964 Jefferson nickel, a darkening or tarnishing process has led to this rare black color shade, which makes it incredibly unique. Now, you might be wondering if the blackened state of the coin affects its value. Surprisingly, it can. Coins that have unusual colorations like this can sometimes be more sought after, depending on their rarity and the specific condition of the coin. In this case, the blackened finish adds a level of intrigue and uniqueness that has collectors actively hunting for it. Now, when we talk about coin value, the condition is everything. This 1964 Jefferson nickel, with its black color shade, is often considered to have a lower grade than coins in uncirculated or near-perfect condition. However, the rarity of the black coloration and the D Mint mark still drive up its value. To break it down, a typical 1964 Jefferson nickel in average circulated condition can be worth $225,000. But when you introduce the black color shade condition, especially combined with the D Mint mark, you're looking at a coin that could fetch much more. In today's market, coins in this rare condition are often sold for anywhere from $485,000, depending on their overall quality, with some even going higher if they're part of a larger, authenticated collection. Collectors who specialize in unique or misprinted coins, or those who are focused on acquiring coins with distinctive features, often place a premium on such rare finds. That's why, if you come across a 1964 Jefferson nickel with the blackened color and D Mint mark, you could be holding something with serious market value. So, why is this coin so valuable? There are a few reasons. While black-colored coins aren't incredibly common, the natural or accidental discoloration that can occur makes these coins unique. It's this rarity that often makes them stand out. The D Mint mark shows that this coin was produced at the Denver Mint, which is a key mint for US coin production. Mint marks are an important feature for collectors, and the D Mint mark on a 1964 Jefferson nickel only adds to its desirability. Even though the black-colored shade could indicate tarnishing, the overall condition of the coin can still influence its market value. A coin in better condition with minimal wear can fetch a higher price than one that's more damaged. So, there you have it, the Monticello Jefferson nickel 1964 with the D mint mark in black color shade condition. While the market value can vary, there's no doubt that this coin is a rare and sought-after piece for collectors. If you have one in your collection, you're sitting on a potential gem. Next up, this 1962 Jefferson nickel features the classic Monticello design on the reverse and Thomas Jefferson on the obverse. Minted in Denver, the Deer mint mark is located just to the right of Monticello, indicating that it was produced at the Denver Mint. However, what makes this coin especially notable is its rare red color condition, something that many numismatists and coin enthusiasts find highly desirable. Before we dive into its market value, let's take a brief look at the history of the Jefferson nickel. First introduced in 1938, the Jefferson nickel replaced the Buffalo nickel, honoring the third president of the United States, Thomas Jefferson. The reverse of the coin, featuring Monticello, was designed by Felix Schlag, and it remained a key part of the coin's design throughout its production. The 1962 version was produced in massive quantities, but it is not without its unique aspects, especially when we talk about the condition of individual coins. You might be wondering, what exactly makes this coin's red color condition so rare? A coin's color can tell a lot about its age, preservation, and the environment in which it has been kept. For a coin like this 1962 Jefferson nickel, a red coloration indicates that it has been preserved with remarkable care and exposure to low humidity or other factors that keep the coppery tones intact. Typically, nickels are a mix of copper and nickel, and the red tone is often associated with minimal wear and preservation. In coin collecting, grading is everything. Coins are often graded on a scale, ranging from poor to perfect mint state. The 1962 Monticello Jefferson nickel we're discussing today is graded in what's called a red color shade condition. This means the coin has maintained its original vibrant reddish hue, which is a key indicator of its superior quality compared to other versions in circulation. This condition could range from extra fine to even uncirculated, depending on how well it has been preserved over the years. While the 1962 Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark was minted in large numbers, its red color condition is rare. Coins like this often have a higher value because of their exceptional state of preservation. Finding one in such good shape with minimal wear and tear is a rarity that adds to the final worth of the coin. A high-quality coin in this condition can be quite valuable, especially among serious collectors who appreciate the finer details of the numismatics. It's important to understand that not every 1962 Monticello Jefferson nickel will carry this kind of value. Coins that are worn, tarnished, or have damage from mishandling tend to have a lower market value. This particular example, however, stands out due to its incredible preservation and unique appearance. So, what is this 1962 Monticello Jefferson nickel worth today? If you're lucky enough to find one of these coins in red color condition, it can be worth far more than the typical value of a regular 1962 nickel, which usually trades for $300,000. In today's market, coins like this in exceptional condition can sell anywhere from $690,000 or even more, depending on the specific grading and demand. When you consider how rare it is to find one in this kind of state, the value only increases. In recent years, we've seen a surge in interest in well-preserved coins, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for nickels like this 1962 with the D mint mark. This has been especially true for coins with vivid color and minimal wear. Auctions and private sales have shown that coins like this continue to appreciate in value, making them an excellent addition to any collection, whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting out. If you happen to come across a 1962 Jefferson nickel or any other rare coin in similar condition, it's crucial to take proper care of it to maintain its value. Always store your coins in a cool, dry place, away from direct sunlight. Using acid-free holders or coin flips will protect your investment and ensure that the coin's appearance remains pristine for years to come. So, whether you're a dedicated collector looking for your next valuable find, or just curious about the hidden treasures of American coinage, the 1962 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark in red color condition is one coin worth keeping an eye on. With its rare preservation, historical significance, and growing market value, this nickel continues to captivate collectors all over the world. Next up, the 1953 Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark in black color shade condition. This silver nickel is not only rare, but could be worth quite a lot in today's market. Stick around as we explore its fascinating details, the condition it's in, and what makes this coin so valuable. Here it is, the 1953 Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark. Produced by the Denver Mint, this coin is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel with a silver composition from its earlier years. The obverse features Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, and the reverse displays Monticello, Jefferson's iconic home in Virginia. Now, what makes this particular coin stand out is its demint mark, indicating it was struck at the Denver Mint in 1953. Now, let's talk about this coin's condition. Black color shade. As you can see, the coin displays a darker, aged tone, likely due to environmental factors over time, but it's also a sign of its rarity. A black color shade typically means the coin has experienced more wear and tear. But if you look closely, you can still see the striking features of Thomas Jefferson's portrait and Monticello. The contrast in the shading actually makes the details pop in a unique way, adding to its charm and character. Despite its worn appearance, this coin still holds significant appeal to collectors. The wear could also indicate it was used in circulation for a longer period, giving it that darker blackened shade. This kind of aging is actually something many collectors seek in rare coins like this. So, how much is this coin worth today? Well, the value of a 1953 Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark in black color shade condition can vary significantly based on the severity of the wear and overall collector demand. In general, coins like this one, especially in rare condition like blackened shading, could fetch anywhere from $250,000 in fair condition. However, coins that are well preserved or slightly less worn could command higher prices, potentially even more than $450,000 at auction. The value can climb even higher if the coin is certified and graded, particularly by well-known agencies like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or the Professional Coin Grading Service. High-grade specimens in the lower mintage years, especially when they have unique color tones or wear patterns, have been known to fetch impressive sums. Let's break down some of the key factors that impact the value of a coin like the 1953 Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark in black color shade condition. First, the condition is crucial. Coins that are well preserved in mint or near mint condition always fetch more. The more visible the details, the higher the value. Second, The rarity of the coin also plays a big role. For example, while many 1953 nickels were minted, finding one in this particular condition, especially with unique shading, makes it rarer. Lastly, the collector demand, how much people are willing to pay for a rare find like this, also influences the price. So what should you keep in mind if you find a coin like this in your collection? First, make sure to preserve it properly. Avoid cleaning the coin, as this can significantly reduce its value. If you want to keep it in top condition, store it in a protective case or capsule. And if you're thinking of selling or getting it appraised, having it professionally graded will give you a much clearer idea of its value. To sum it up, the 1953 Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark in black color shade is a rare and fascinating coin that holds a decent market value today. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, finding one of these can be a rewarding discovery. Next up, the 1946 Monticello Jefferson nickel with an S mint mark, found in very good condition. This coin is not just a piece of American history, but also a rare gem in the world of numismatics. If you're a fan of collecting or simply intrigued by rare coins, this video is for you. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future coin discussions. The 1946 Monticello Jefferson nickel is a part of the iconic Jefferson nickel series, which was introduced in 1938 and featured a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, designed by Felix Schlag. On the reverse, we see the depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's home, which has been a key feature of this series throughout its history. In 1946, this coin saw the return of the regular nickel after World War II, when the U.S. Mint had been striking wartime silver nickels containing a higher percentage of silver. With the end of the war, the U.S. Mint transitioned back to a more standard composition for the Jefferson nickel, with copper and nickel as the primary metals. What makes this coin even more interesting is the S mint mark. Mint marks are crucial when it comes to determining the rarity and value of a coin. The S mint mark indicates that this coin was minted in San Francisco. Coins struck at the San Francisco Mint often have lower mintage numbers compared to those produced in other facilities like Philadelphia or Denver. This adds a layer of scarcity to the 1946 Jefferson nickel, making it highly sought after by collectors. While the 1946 Jefferson nickel is a common coin in general, the one with the S mint mark in very good condition is far from ordinary. It's considered a semi-key date in the Jefferson nickel series, especially in higher grades. Now, let's talk about the condition of the coin. When we say a coin is in very good condition, it means the coin has seen some circulation, but still retains a significant amount of its details. In a very good condition coin, you'll typically find clear traces of wear, with details such as the outline of Jefferson's face and the Monticello building visible but softened. The very good grade for this coin also means that the coin is relatively well preserved compared to others that may have been damaged or worn down over time. It might not be in mint or uncirculated condition, but its preservation still holds great value, especially with a coin this rare. One thing that sets the 1946 Monticello Jefferson nickel apart is the historical context. While the coin itself is made from a copper-nickel composition and does not contain silver like the wartime nickels, it still holds a special place in numismatics due to its design and the role it plays in post-war coinage. The coin was struck at a time when the U.S. Mint was transitioning back to its normal production routines, making it a key piece for collectors of U.S. coins from the 1940s. Another aspect that adds to the rarity of the 1946 Jefferson nickel with the S mint mark is its survival rate. Due to the number of these coins that circulated over the years, only a limited number have survived in good or better condition. Over time, many of these coins were lost, worn down, or discarded, which increases the value of those that remain in decent condition. So, what is the current market value of the 1946 Jefferson nickel, with the S mint mark in very good condition? As of 2024, coins in very good condition are typically valued between $280,000, but prices can fluctuate based on demand and the coin's overall quality. If the coin is well preserved and has some additional eye appeal, collectors are often willing to pay a premium. Now, if you're looking for higher grade examples of this coin, such as in fine, extra fine, or uncirculated condition, you're looking at values ranging from $650,000 or more. As with any coin, its value can change based on the market, collector interest, and the condition of the specific piece you're holding. Even though the 1946 Jefferson nickel with the S mint mark in very good condition isn't the highest value coin out there, it's still an excellent piece to have in your collection. The scarcity of this particular coin and its historical significance make it a fantastic investment for collectors who are looking to build a meaningful set of US coins. As always, the key to valuable collecting is understanding which coins have the potential to appreciate in value over time. So if you're lucky enough to have one of these rare 1946 Jefferson nickels in your possession, make sure to handle it with care. Whether you decide to hold on to it or sell it in the future, it's sure to be a noteworthy addition to any collection. That wraps up today's deep dive into the 1946 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the S mint mark in very good condition. This coin is a great example of how even coins from the mid-20th century can carry significant value and appeal to collectors. If you're on the hunt for one of these rare gems, keep an eye out, and who knows, you might just find a hidden treasure. Next up, the 1969 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark, and why this particular coin is not just another nickel, but a rare find with significant market value. First off, let's talk a little about the Monticello Jefferson nickel itself. Introduced in 1938, the Monticello nickel has remained a staple in the US Mint's coinage lineup. On the obverse of this coin, you have the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson, our third president, and on the reverse, Monticello, his Virginia estate, stands as a symbol of the nation's history. While the Monticello design has remained largely consistent over the years, what makes the 1969 version stand out, especially one with a D mint mark, is its unique characteristics and how it fits into the larger history of US coinage. 1969 was a key year for many reasons, both in American history and coinage. The country was experiencing rapid change and the minting process was evolving. Though the Monticello Jefferson nickel series was mostly made of a copper-nickel alloy, the 1969 versions, like most coins of the era, were still struck with a mix that was durable and capable of handling circulation, but without the high silver content seen in earlier or rarer coins. At first glance, a 1969 Jefferson nickel may seem like just another part of the everyday change you see in your pocket. But when we get into the condition, mint mark, and overall scarcity of this particular coin, things start to get interesting. Now let's talk about the D mint mark. The D refers to the Denver Mint, which is one of the 3 major minting facilities in the United States, alongside Philadelphia and San Francisco. The coins struck at the Denver Mint typically have the D mint mark to distinguish them from those produced elsewhere. Though the Denver Mint is the most common of the minting facilities, the coins that come from here can be rare in specific years, especially when found in high-grade conditions, like the one we're looking at today. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this 1969 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark so valuable? Well, it's all about condition. In coin collecting, the term excellent condition or high grade refers to coins that have minimal wear, sharp details, and are almost as fresh as the day they were minted. This coin is in what we call excellent condition, which means it has retained a high level of detail, making it highly sought after. Most Jefferson nickels you find in circulation today are worn down from years of handling, which reduces their value. But a coin in excellent condition, that's where the value skyrockets. Now, let's get to the most exciting part, the value. While the typical 1969 Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark might only be worth around $30,000 in average condition, when you look at one in excellent condition, we're talking about a coin that can fetch anywhere from $400,000 or even more, depending on the grading and demand from collectors. Beyond just being a great addition to your collection, coins like the 1969 Monticello Jefferson nickel can also serve as an investment. As time goes on, these coins become rarer, especially those in excellent condition, because more and more are being lost or damaged in circulation. While we're not talking about a fortune here, having a rare and high-quality coin like this is a great way to diversify your collection and potentially see some great returns down the line. Coin values fluctuate based on demand, condition, and rarity, and for those looking to hold on to their investment, these coins can appreciate over time. To sum it all up, the 1969 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark is a rare, high-quality coin that holds significant value in today's market, especially when found in excellent condition. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this is one coin that deserves attention. If you have one of these in your collection, or if you find one in circulation, don't underestimate its potential. Next up, the 1962 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark. Now, this coin isn't just any nickel. It's a silver coin, and it's a rare one. If you're wondering what it's worth in today's market, stay tuned because you won't want to miss this deep dive into its value and significance. Before we get into the specifics of the 1962 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark, let's first talk about the Monticello Jefferson nickel itself. The Monticello nickel series has been a staple in American coinage since 1938, and it commemorates the third president of the United States, Thomas Jefferson. On the reverse side, you'll see an image of Monticello, Jefferson's famous home in Virginia. The obverse of the coin features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag, the same artist who created the reverse image. What makes the 1962 nickel stand out from other years? Well, it's the composition and the mint mark, which we're going to break down for you today. Here's the big thing. By 1962, the United States was still using silver in its coinage. The Jefferson nickel, though primarily made of copper, contains about 25% nickel and 75% copper. However, in certain years, like the 1962, a significant amount of these coins were minted with silver content. Now here's where things get interesting. During the early 1960s, the government began to phase out silver from everyday coins due to rising silver prices and concerns over coin hoarding. But here's the catch. The 1962 Jefferson nickel still contains a small amount of silver, giving it an edge in value over later nickel years that contain no silver at all. Now, if you look closely at the 1962 Jefferson nickel, you'll spot a mint mark right below the date. This one has the D mint mark. The D stands for the Denver Mint, where this particular nickel was struck. But what does that mean for collectors? Mint marks are crucial for determining the rarity and value of a coin. Coins minted in Denver are not as rare as those from the Philadelphia or San Francisco mints, but the Denver minted 1962 Jefferson nickel is still valuable, particularly in higher grades. Now let's talk numbers. What is this coin worth in today's market? In circulated condition, a 1962 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a D mint mark can fetch anywhere from $100,000. Not bad, right? But here's the kicker. If you find one in uncirculated condition or one that's been graded as extra fine or higher, the value shoots up significantly. In these higher grades, the coin can be worth anywhere from $300,000 or more, depending on the quality and demand. But it doesn't stop there. Coins with an exceptional strike, with minimal wear and damage, or those with unique characteristics, can bring in even more in the market. And for collectors looking to complete a Jefferson nickel set, a well-preserved 1962 D Mint Mark coin is an excellent addition. Now, let's break down the factors that can influence the price of your 1962 Jefferson nickel with the D Mint Mark. Condition. As we mentioned, the better the condition, the higher the value. Coins in circulated condition will have some wear, and these are the most commonly found in pocket change. But uncirculated or mint state coins, which show little to no signs of wear, can demand a much higher premium. Rarity. Though not as rare as some other years, finding a 1962 Jefferson nickel in exceptional condition is still uncommon. The fewer there are in great shape, the more valuable they become. Demand. Like any collectible, demand plays a huge role in determining value. As more collectors seek to complete their Jefferson nickel sets, the 1962 variety continues to gain attention, which pushes prices up. If you're on the hunt for a 1962 Jefferson nickel, there are a few places to check. Keep an eye out when you're going through your pocket change, or check with local coin shops. Auction sites like eBay can also offer a chance to find one in excellent condition. So, there you have it. The 1962 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the D Mint mark is a great find for any collector, especially if you can get your hands on one in better condition. While it might not be the rarest coin in the world, it holds a special place in numismatic history and continues to be valued by collectors today. Next up, the 1975 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the D Mint mark. It may not be as well known as some of the rarer coins in circulation, but trust me, this one is a hidden gem. Stick with us, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this coin could be worth a lot more than you think. The Monticello Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938 to honor President Thomas Jefferson, with Monticello, his home, depicted on the reverse side. This design has remained mostly unchanged for decades, and in 1975, this coin continued to be a staple in U.S. currency. But what sets the 1975 Monticello Jefferson nickel apart is its composition and condition, which we'll dive into in just a moment. First, let's look at the basics. The 1975 Jefferson nickel, like all nickels from this era, is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, making it a base metal coin. But unlike the earlier silver coins, this one does not contain silver, which is why its value isn't necessarily driven by precious metals. However, it is the coin's overall rarity and condition that really matters when it comes to its market. Now, this particular coin is in what we call very good condition. You might be wondering, what does very good mean when it comes to coins? Well, it refers to the level of wear the coin has experienced. A coin in very good condition will show some significant wear on the design, but the basic details like Jefferson's portrait and the outlines of Montezor are still visible. Despite being in very good condition, the 1975 Jefferson nickel with a D Mint mark is relatively rare in this state. The D Mint mark indicates that the coin was minted in Denver and that Mint produces a lot of coins every year. But not all of them survive in good enough condition to fetch a high value. So, even though it's not silver, a well-preserved coin with the D mint mark can still command a premium. Now let's talk about value. A 1975 Monticello Jefferson nickel in very good condition could sell for around $35,000. But here's the catch. If you have a 1975 nickel in exceptional condition, you could see values go up to $50,000 depending on the market. But the real kicker comes with certain specific circumstances, like special editions or low mintage years, where this coin could fetch even more. So why is this coin so valuable in today's market? The 1975 Jefferson nickel is one of those coins that doesn't immediately scream rare, but it's the combination of factors that makes it highly sought after. For one, it's a mid-1970s coin, and the number of these coins in top condition has dwindled over time, making well-preserved ones harder to find. Another reason? Coin collectors are always on the lookout for pieces from different years, mint marks, and conditions to complete their collections, so the more unique the coin, the higher the potential price. In recent years, the market for rare and collectible coins has seen an uptick, and many collectors are focusing on coins like the 1975 Jefferson nickel, especially those in near-perfect or mint condition. As time goes on, these coins only get rarer, and collectors and investors know it. So, how do you know if your 1975 Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark is worth something special? First, check the mint mark on the reverse side of the coin to confirm it's from Denver. Then, assess its condition. Look for wear on Jefferson's portrait and on Monticello. The more defined and clear these features are, the more valuable the coin can be. To wrap it up, the 1975 Monticello Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark in very good condition might not be the most famous coin in US history, but it's still one to keep an eye on. While it won't break the bank, it's definitely a valuable coin for collectors, and it can grow in worth as time goes on. If you have one of these in your collection, it could be worth a lot more than you thought. Next up, the Monticello Jefferson nickel from 1974 with the D mint mark. This coin is not only a beautiful reminder of America's rich history, but also a rare silver coin that holds significant value in today's market. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your journey into the world of coins, this one is a must-know. So, let's take a closer look at the 1974 Jefferson nickel in very fine condition and explore its big market value today. First, let's talk a bit about the history behind this iconic coin. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, and its design has remained largely unchanged, except for a few notable updates and variations. The obverse features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, our third president, designed by Felix Schlag. On the reverse side, we see Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia home, a structure that symbolizes the founding of our nation. Now, the 1974 Jefferson nickel with D mint mark was produced at the Denver Mint, as indicated by that D mint mark near the base of Jefferson's neck. This coin is made of a copper-nickel blend, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Let's focus on the condition of this particular coin. When it comes to determining a coin's value, the condition is everything. This 1974 Jefferson nickel is in what we call very fine condition. Now, very fine might sound like a general term, but in numismatics, it means the coin has visible wear, but still maintains most of its details. For example, the features of Jefferson's hair, the inscriptions, and the details of Monticello are all still quite sharp, although the coin shows some wear from circulation. Coins in this condition will typically have some light scratches or slight fading, but they haven't been damaged or overly worn. The 1974 nickel, while not rare in terms of mintage, becomes a special find when you find one in very fine condition, especially given its silver content, which is key when discussing its value. Now, here's where it gets interesting. While the 1974 Jefferson nickel wasn't made in large quantities compared to other years, it still carries a significant market value today, especially for collectors who seek coins in very fine or higher condition. The value of these coins is driven by a combination of factors, but the key one is silver content. Though this particular nickel is primarily composed of copper nickel, it's important to note that collectors often value the coin for its historical significance and wear. As of recent market trends, you can expect to find a 1974 Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark in very fine condition, selling anywhere from $200,000, depending on factors like rarity, demand, and the quality of the coin's preservation. You may be wondering, why does this specific year and mint mark command such attention from collectors? Well, while the 1974 nickel is not the rarest coin ever minted, certain factors elevate it in value. The D mint mark, which indicates the coin was struck at the Denver Mint, is a distinguishing factor, and coins from Denver tend to have a slightly higher value than those struck at the Philadelphia Mint, especially in specific years.